Alright. Let's see if this sucker is working. Everything in its fucking brother has decided that it needs to update right now. And it's super, super obnoxious. It's mega obnoxious. Alright, we're running. Cool beans. I'm wiggling. Stop wiggling. Thank you. Man, what a week. It's been a week. It's been a weird week. I have been working from home as much as I can this week because I have people tearing my bathroom apart, which is right through that door right there. And now my craft room is basically made out of fine white dust. So pretty much everything's covered in dust. All the models, all my tools, everything. So, gonna have to figure that out. But I have been primarily assembling lizard people. Hanging out downstairs with my puppo. Well, he's upset because all the dudes are here working. I've got a bunch of lizard people built. I don't know when I'll get to painting them, but it seems like a good time to get to them right now to build them. Thankfully, I think I've combated the dust enough. I can do a little bit of streaming. We'll see. Because it's fucking everywhere. Yeah, apparently they had this door open while they were sanding, apparently. So that's great. There's dust everywhere. So I haven't really, because I've been downstairs, puppo all week. I haven't got a ton of painting done. As a matter of fact, I've gotten almost none. But I did manage to finish this guy up. Not that. That's a Dom. That's a Dom Trumpin to be exact. Finish this guy up. The Wreck-A Truck Squig Boogie. Yeah. Get her done. Kind of bullshit. But there he is with my Wah boys. I don't know why the Wreck-A Truck Squig Boogie just seems so redneck to me. But it really does. I think it's this guy like here in the back. I think that really does it. If I actually was to build this again, I would probably actually leave him off. Because I think he just changes like the whole feel of the Squig Boogie. But yeah, I'd probably leave that guy off because I don't know, it's not feeling him. But got it all knocked out. It was a really nice paint, and it was a super nice build. You can leave this off, so you can get in there to paint the drivers and stuff, which is really cool. And that's my Squig Boogie. See all the squigs in there. But yeah, super fun kit to paint, super fun kit to build. Gotta finish the base still, but got that done at least. My Wah boys, particularly right now, are covered in dust. So I apologize if he looks dusty. He's actually not. It's just tile dust or grout dust or wall dust. I don't fucking know. It's everywhere. Yeah. So you don't even want to see, like, can you even see it? I don't know if you even can. Like, it's really bad. I'm happy I had my PC closed, or like it would be totally fucked up. Anyway, dust apocalypse aside, I will figure out how to get that off of all of my finished armies one day, I guess. So we'll figure that out, I guess. Maybe canned air, I don't know. Anyway, me complaining about the fucking incessant dust that's everywhere aside, I started working on this guy, which is the Death Killer War Trike. It's got a war boss on it. I built a little backpack for him because he's going to be my Rectus Erectus proxy. He's going to be Orctus Erectus. So I built that for him. It's pretty cool. And I ordered some new paint to try on the sisters. Because I really like how the sisters look, but honestly painting them is a pain in the ass. So I have a new paint coming to try to make it easier. And I got a base coat down on this lady. She painted her entirely skin tone, because what I actually want to do is I want to try painting her clothes semi-translucent. So we're going to give that a go today and see how it works. So my plan for this is to... My fucking palette's covered in dust. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Sorry, it's just super annoying. Okay. Fucking dust apocalypse aside. Focus up. And get to Streamtown. Oh yeah. I have no idea what the fuck I'm saying anymore. I've done very little this week, but my brain is just fucking gone, man. I'm just like 8 billion types of fried. Let's varnish. I'm looking for mixing medium. Airbrush flow improver. There we go. So mixing medium is basically paint without the paint. It is all of the like acrylic pieces without the pigment in it. So I guess it's more that it's the paint without the pigment. My plan is to use a little bit of that, a little bit of water, and try mixing up a very like thin-esque coat of this, which is Spaceship Exterior. That's one idea. Another idea is to actually try thinning down contrast paint, because I already kind of have the consistency I'm looking for. So it's Apothecary White as a contrast paint. So that's another idea. So let's actually try the contrast paint first, see how it does. To be honest, it might just tinge it white, which is what I really want, you know, as see-through clothes. We'll try that out. Alright. Yeah, the goal is to like be like, hey, there is clothes here, but you can sort of see through them. These ladies, they have more like full body clothes. I kind of liked the idea of them being like more like undergarments than like actual like wear, right? Like basically everything got taken from them except for this. And if I'm totally honest, I just thought the idea of paint trying to like get something to look translucent would be really cool. And these ladies seemed like a really good excuse to go. I saw someone paint a like a little figurine kind of bust thing, and they posted a tutorial on how they did the translucent clothes. I thought it was really neat. It was also like 15 steps, so let's see how this looks when it dries up and make sure everything's got its coverage there. Okay, and we'll let that dry up and see how it looks. In the meantime, let's get some other colors on her down. Let's get her weapon done. Yeah, the Repentia. Am I on stream? Okay, yeah. Repentia are really cool units, just from like a lore perspective. They're basically like suicide berserkers. So when you fire them off in game and they run forward and die, it's very, I don't know, it's very fluffy, I guess. And I like that. I like the idea that they basically play like they do in the lore. You know, 'cause you don't really want to hold them back or anything like that, right? Like, I don't know. But, like, lore-wise, you know, the commander wouldn't mind throwing them into the meat grinder because that's kind of their purpose, you know? You see it as their way of redemption and whatnot. Yeah, my house is all 80 billion types of torn apart, so I've basically just been hiding downstairs with the doggo, building lizard men's. Got two bastodons, two stegodons, and two basilodons done already, and then I've got a big snake endless spell built. I added a priest who's like summoning it out of the ground. I've got one unit of skinks built, and working on another now out of all the extra bits and pieces. And I'm starting to work on the dinosaur rider flyer pterodons or something like that they're called. Riperdactyls or pterodons, I think they're called. I'm starting to work on them now. My husband had gotten me the 2 start collecting boxes for Christmas last year, and I've been saving them. And then my family got me the Celestial Stampede for my birthday. So I've got quite a lot of lizard men's. Sorry. Ah, fuck. I apologize. It's the dust is driving me bonkers. Why are you wiggling so much, camera? You are just wiggle woggling everywhere. You're also like weirdly off to the side. Let's see if we can fix that. I apologize for moving the camera, but everything in my craft room is like 8 types of fucked up right now. Alright. Okay, so this lady's, she's got a lot of cloths. Tend to use skeleton bone for the cloths because it's kind of like it is sort of like a more yellow bone color. And I think when you hit it with something like Agrax or Shade, it tends to look very old parchment-y. So I'm a big fan of that, so I'm going to use here as well. So she doesn't have much kit. She basically has this big sword, and then a couple little bits and bobs like hanging off of her. And she has like ballet shoes, and it's a little bit of like metal mixed into the bits and bobs. So she's got like plugs and stuff in her legs where her power armor used to connect and stuff like that. Besides that, like there's a ton of detail here, but like not a lot of like separate colors and stuff really to pick out. Which I mean is good and bad, right? Like means that nice wash is going to do a lot of work for us here, but it also means that, you know, because she doesn't have a lot of details, we have to do our best not to miss them, because that will just really do a disservice to the model. The details she has are really, really cool. Right. Some of these ladies have like robot pieces, like robot arms and legs and stuff. That's really cool. This one is not. She just has like this weird gimp hood thing. I'm not super familiar with the details on that, so as we paint it, we'll just have to pull them out. I think she has one of these like parchments in her mouth, like hanging out like her tongue. And then I think she has like some kind of gimp hood on. Her purity seals and stuff. Just hitting these again to make sure the color is consistent and nice and has good coverage. I overpainted a little bit there, but we'll clean it up in a second. All right. Stop. Thank you. She also has some like bracers here and there. Yeah, she has one of these like in her mouth. One of these at the moment. I guess they're not at the moment. That's like a Space Marine thing if I remember right. It's like a Horus Heresy. They have these big things they put on their shoulder pads. Basically talk about how they're not going to run away. It doesn't seem to be a thing in 40k, I'm not sure why. I haven't read all the Horus Heresy though, so maybe there's a reason. Yeah, she seems to have one of these big purity seals in her mouth there. And some kind of face wrap. And like a metal fleur-de-lis like bit right through the middle. Which might add, pretty fucking metal. Alright. I'm tempted to do all of her clothes, like the bracers and stuff, in black. So it would be like a lot of contrast. But the problem with that is that you're not going to see a lot of like washes and stuff if I do it too dark. So what I'm probably actually do is I'm probably actually going to do them as a light leather color instead. So that'll be her boots and stuff like that. Or rather her like ballet shoes that she has. God, look at the fucking dust on that paint. That's not because I'm like a dirty person. That's from the fucking dudes working at my house. I mean, I am a fucking dirty person. Don't get me wrong. Like, I forget to clean every day. But goddamn, man, it's fucking everywhere, freaking me out here. Could also do them in a gray. Choices. My sisters have brown, like, belts and stuff, so I think we'll keep with the brown. Yeah, we'll do it in brown. Super tiny bit out since we're only one lady. Boop. Paint in her sneaks. Go. And here we go. So, sadly, although games and stuff in my local area are picking back up and all, I'll probably not be able to get Sunny in for a little bit, which is fine, just because there's so much going on and everything's all messed up right now. My husband, although this is his idea, my husband has some work stuff he can't move, and I can move my work stuff, so I'm the one holding down the fort. Which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. Doing the best with what we got going, you know? That's all I can ever do. Alright, let's do the bracers now. I have an urge to paint these in gold like Wonder Woman, but I'm going to resist that because it would actually look dumb. But that urge is there. And her head wraps. I see the brace on the other arm too. We'll get these in and then go from there. It's like her nose is like sticking out. Like that. Like everything else is wrappings. Except for the like Oath of Moment, which is actually a purity seal, not an Oath of Moment. I don't know why I keep calling them that. I haven't read a Horus Heresy book in like forever. It's been at least a year. I don't know why that's stuck in my head. And then she's got a big old dog collar. We'll do the collar in metal. Do the collar in metal. Let's see what that was. I got a text. It is from my boss. I will respond to her in a couple minutes when I'm not streaming. She is a nice lady. And it is very nice that she texted me. I will say, being out here in Hawaii, straight up, some of the best bosses I think I've ever had. Just really, really cool people. You know, there's some stinkers everywhere you go, but I don't know. There's something about Hawaii and just being like, chill out, man. You know? I don't mean that as in like don't do work. I mean that as in like don't sweat the little stuff kind of thing, you know? Just, you know, try to be the most radical man in the radical land. Wow, that reference makes me feel old. I bet nobody even knows what the fuck Dr. McNinja is anymore. You know? So, Dr. McNinja was a kind of weird webtoon about an Irish doctor who was also a ninja. And he fought a bunch of really weird, like, enemies. It was very, like, irreverent humor. The guy that wrote it actually ended up going on to write Deadpool. So that was pretty cool. Definitely a cool series back in the day. I don't even know what happened to it, though. I don't even know if it's still up. I just remember the guy did the Deadpool, and then he, like, disappeared. Yeah, that's weird. Oh, he didn't disappear. Like, I don't know. Like, as soon as he got it, it just sort of fell out of it. I don't know why. Weird. Anyway, back to our lady with the chainsaw. Come on, camera. You having trubs tonight, camera. Everything is having fucking trubs tonight. I swear, man. Alright, let's get some silver out. We'll pick out some details. But yeah, this dust is driving me bonkers because it's fucking everywhere. I genuinely am unsure how to get it off of all my models. But we'll see. Thinking maybe canned air and praying. Those are my best calls. So now I'm just going down, doing the teeth of her sword. Her sword is gunmetal, so this isn't going to super stand out. But it will stand out enough that I think it is worth doing. You know. I'm also going to do some different brass on the weapon as well. And on the fleur-de-lises and stuff. Let's try to pick out some of the metal here. She's got like this metal bit going through the end here. Try to pick that out. What is going on with her waist? She's got two more of those, one right here, one right there. That's a purity seal. And she's got one here, which is like going through her mouth. Or it's like a gag, kind of. Okay, and then we gotta paint in all the little power armor plugs that are all over her body. I do think that they did a very good job sculpting the Sister Repentia. Yep, screwed that one up. Even if I'm screwing them up, they did a really good job on it. Every time I see these models, though, I just think about people getting angry at them, right? And it's just weird, right? Like, I don't know. It seems like people get so outraged over, like, fucking everything nowadays. Sometimes for good reason, right? Like police fucking murdering people, or, you know, other people not having full rights or whatever, right? Like, it's a good reason to get fucking angry at something, but I don't know. People getting angry at, like, a model, right? Because they redesigned it. That blows my mind. That, like, super blows my mind. But I don't know. So the Warhammer community is amazingly accepting, right? But then sometimes, like, they're just not. There we go. And it's so weird. Sometimes it's like, oh no, there's a black space marine in the book. There we go. And I'm just like, man, you guys need to chill the fuck out. Alright. Alright, let's touch up. Let's do the red. God, fucking dust on everything. Dust on fucking everything. Ah. Alright, let's do the red for her purity seals. And then we will touch up her weapon. And then touch up her skin. And then we'll revisit her semi-translucent clothing. Excuse me. I'm all burpy after dinner tonight. We had Thai food, which is really, really good, but man, I think it was the beer I had with it. I really liked the beer, but tonight for some reason it just was not in the spot. And the sword's got one too. So many of these details are so small. They're so small. Alright. Peanut butter jelly time. Bright bronze time. Kimmer, why are you having trouble tonight? You're having big trouble. Is it because you filled with dust? Probably. Probably indeed. Alright. We're going to pick this kind of like heat guard. I'm going to pick that out as a detail. I'm going to pick out the fleur-de-lises as well. And these kind of like little skulls. Normally I wouldn't pick like the fleur-de-lises and the skulls out, but the sisters are like such a like ornamental faction. I think that kind of stuff is super important to pick out. And then we're going to hit them with a purple wash, while everything else is going to get its standard Agrax Earth shade, except for her clothing, and her skin is going to get a wash, but I don't know which one yet. I might actually hit her with Gilliman Flesh and use that as a wash. And that is a contrast paint. It's a little bit more of like a pinky skin tone. I think I might actually use that as a wash on her skin. Nope. To be honest, after this I'm probably just going to go play more Minecraft. I played through Chaos Bane, actually beat it. It's not bad, but I think the thing that actually kept me going on it was not like the gameplay or anything. It was just getting to see the different monsters. It was really cool to see like the Beast of Nurgle and stuff in the game. That was really cool. Or like the Corn Bloodhounds and stuff like that. That was just super cool. There we go. Alright. Let's touch up that metal a little because I made some screw ups there. Particularly on the back of the weapon, I made some screw ups. You can see them like around this fleur-de-lis and stuff. Clean those up. Around the skull. Stuff like that. Get that all cleaned up. Alright. Now we'll touch up her flesh. To be honest, I actually kind of really like the way the clothes is working. To be honest, I think it looks really neat. I think if I did it honestly just a little bit lighter, it could really get the effect I'm going for. Yes, I'm painting her butt. That's not her clothes. I mean, that's not her skin. You're right. Because I want some of her to be a little bit more translucent than how it ended up. Just doing a light little coat here and there. In areas I think the clothes should be a little tighter on. And I'm still trying to keep the darker on the wrinkles. And clean up some of the mistakes I made here and there. Get those all nice and tidied up. Some nice clean and tighter lines. That's what we want. Helps make the colors distinct. Helps make them stand out. Paint her thigh there. Paint the back of the leg. Paint those fingers. Get all touched up. Now, real kicker's gonna be, we gotta do this little bit of her face here. Wow, that worked out really well, actually. Nice. Yeah. Go team. I am quite happy with that. Yeah, that's super happy with that. Yeah, that's great. Alright, now we'll let her dry, and then I will figure out how I'm going to do washes on her. Oh, no, we got to do her dog collar still. Do I still have some silver? Where's the silver? Was it here? Yes, I do. Okay. I forgot she had a dog collar. Yeah, she has like a dog collar with like a big like lock on it. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, I'm super happy with that. Super happy with like the semi-translucent clothes and everything. Now I just have to figure out how I want to do my washes. And she's good. Yeah, except kind of wish I had like a skin wash. You're Agrax, right? I don't have a skin wash. Wait, what are you? You're Gorgon to fur. Yeah, like a Seraphim Sepia or something might not be a bad idea. Hell, hitting the whole thing with Agrax might actually be exactly what I want, to be honest. Fuck it. One of them kind of days. One of them kind of days. Oh, we've got some Agrax out. Just a little annoying. By a little annoying, I mean a lot of annoying. Don't want it to pull too much, so trying to pull it off. The reason I'm doing it on the clothes at all is because I don't want the skin on the clothes to be too different in tone from the other skin. Otherwise, I'd probably just completely leave this off the clothes, to be honest. And I'm trying to start applying the wash in the areas where I don't mind there being more wash, like on the purity seals or in the undersides areas and stuff like that. Or like the brown and stuff. I'm going to hit the weapon. I'm going to come back and I'm going to hit these fleur-de-lises and stuff. That's going to get hit with purple like it normally would on my regular sisters. So I'm not going to worry about making sure there's wash all around those. And there's a little bit, it's okay. But all right. I'm going to use our super knackered old paper towel to wipe this up. We're going to get another paper towel and wipe that up. I'll do that off camera. Let's do our purple on the weapon. Yeah, a little purple here should go a long way to tying these in with the other sisters who are really predominantly purple. And it should give them some relation. I actually wonder what the clothes would look like. Yeah, it's a fucking mess in it. It's a mess and a half. I actually wonder what the clothes would look like if I hit it with the purple. But we'll leave her as is for now. Let her dry up. But yeah, there she is. In her semi-translucent clothing. Came out pretty decently, I think. I think it's going to need some more highlights and stuff once it's figured itself out a little bit and the wash is dried and stuff. We'll come back and we'll hit her with some highlights, pull some of those colors back out again. But yeah, there she is. Our angry lady with a big chopping sword. Yeah, I'm super happy with how those clothes came out. They look really cool. I'm debating hitting them with the purple though. Screw it. She's the first one of her kind. That means she's the test model. I'm sorry, honey. It's got to be done now. Just trying to give just a little bit of purple sheen to the clothes. Alright, yeah, we'll let that dry up, see how it ends up looking, and go from there. Alright, and that was my tiny angry sister, and me complaining about dust a lot, because fucking dust everywhere. Yeah, there she is. She's going to get some more highlights and stuff off cam, and then I'll post some photos on Insta, and we'll see how she looks. Well, hopefully this was interesting. And hopefully you enjoyed watching me complain about dust. So yeah.